I know the title say Meg and Klay. I'm tired of them, or tired, but it's really y'all I'm tired of, respectfully, because relationships be relationshiping. You know what I mean? Like, two sides of the story, whether Klay right, whether Klay wrong, whether Megan right, whether she wrong. I really, I really don't care about it. It's always going to be somebody's fault, right? Most times it's a little bit of both, right? But just to be clear, right? Whatever their agreement was, and it looks like they were in a, a relationship. Now, I've been hearing some people say it seemed like she was the work, meaning that she was a jump that, what I'm saying, that Klay never really cared that much about. When I look at the pictures and all that, it don't look like that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100, right? So whatever the agreement that two people have in their relationship, if you violate that agreement, then you're wrong. You are wrong. It just is what it is. You are. You know what I mean? I've heard a lot of people say when they saw them get together, when they first saw Klay and Meg together, nobody thought it was gonna last. I will say I agree with that. I didn't think it was gonna last, but not because, well, I felt like Klay was a little bit square for her. You know what I'm saying? Son seemed like a quiet boy and she seemed like a whole thug, right? But I'm not passing judgment. I'm just saying, like, you know, you have those, he was too nice, what I'm saying, chicks and all that. I felt like, I thought maybe that was going to be, I just seen something. If I didn't leave my phone in the other room, I would, you know what? I'm going to go read it. I'm going to go get my other phone and I'm going to read it because I saved this stuff for this conversation. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. My bad, Joe. My bad. My bad. Just bear with me right quick. So, somebody says it seems as though Meg and Klay did at the very least care for each other. It did, right? Now, yeah, it did seem like they cared for each other. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? Dudes is but I did say, like, I wasn't paying that much attention. I tried to run from this topic. I ain't really want to talk. This ain't the only reason I'm talking about it is because of how frustrated y'all have me. The women I know, women I follow, women I love. I'm seeing them. This is how I was even hit to it because they was retweeting, not retweeting, resharing, and so on and so forth. And and you could tell, they put, they high fiving, heart emojis, and the comments are saying that you know, they in support of Meg, and I'm not tripping off of that. It is what it is, right? Women gonna be, but it's the level. I've seen the women. I seen a post. Women, they're talking about like a mass cheating revolution, right? I understand when I'm not really pissed off. I'm just a little bit annoyed that y'all don't get twisted, right? But what it's ridiculous. I don't like this right here. What it said this right here. Where is this? Give me a second, yo. Look. Lori Harvey has ended her relationship with Damson Idris, saying he's too nice. That's what I thought was going to happen with Klay and Mrs. Wap. You understand what I'm saying? Like, WAP. In my day, a WAP was a Uzi. You understand what I'm saying? Just call it a WAP. Anyway, I digress. Hold on a second. Uh, all right. Women online are planning a mass cheat first campaign in response to Klay cheating on Megan. We will be cheating on our men tonight for Meg. Serious? First of all, I believe that I believe the creator of, I believe that a lot of, let me get it together. I believe that's a joke, right? I believe on some level that's just someone trolling, someone being funny because black Twitter, black culture, we got jokes. You understand what I'm saying? And that is funny if you on that side. You know what I'm saying? But it's hilarious. It really it is, right? But it's problematic because somebody believes you. Somebody believes you. And y'all got some sheeple on your side, on your side of the fence, like, yeah. Then you got predatory sucker niggas like who was laying in your friend zone for the past 6-7 months or years, like niggas is doing the Birdman hand rub right now because they see you following behind the post of somebody who probably just playing. Y'all don't realize how serious silly shit gets. Like the hip hop beefs, like, I'm not rich enough so that I'm not rich enough. I'm not rich. Well, I'm rich and I'm very rich, but I'm not rich enough, so rich that I don't have to be in the hoods, right? So that I don't associate with real people. You understand what I'm saying? And it just ain't like that, B. That ain't it. Hold on a second. What we got here? Yeah, like it ain't. My bad. Point I was trying to make. I almost forgot my point, and I just tried to front. I tried to freestyle off of it just now, right? But I'm not detached enough from the hood to not know how stupid niggas get, how stupid it can get behind some celebrity beef. Like I'll say it again. Back in the days when 50 and Ja Rule was beefing behind the wall, that's in prison to the layman, there were dudes behind the wall claiming G Unit and Murder Inc. that didn't know no 50 Cent or no Ja Rule. They had no real connection to it. They just was on it. And they was stabbing and cutting and doing all of the stuff in the name of, it don't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me. What does make sense to me is the fact, well, it ain't make sense, but it happened. You know what I mean? And I feel like niggas shooting that Drake crib during the Kendrick beef was akin to that. You understand what I'm saying? Like if it was could have been an overzealous fan, whatever. And dudes is and y'all out, boy, man, listen, it's crazy. Hold on, so Klay Thompson reveals that he spent $4 million on Meg. Nigga, you got over 100, but I feel you. I saw, what was it? Klay Thompson made a statement saying that Megan Thee Stallion wanted him to be giving her 700,000 bucks a month just because he's in the NBA. Said she needed it for her monthly upkeep. Now I don't know how much she actually said and how much of it is a paraphrase, or how much he actually said and how much is a paraphrase or whatever, but that sounds crazy, right? I was joking. I said you're a millionaire. I mean, it sounds crazy. Like, I mean, like all of these, women and all they independent, they don't need no man business. Why he got to give you? Why is there a number on it? I personally thought they was both rich. You understand what I'm saying? But If you don't like it, right, then say you don't like it. Whatever it is you don't like, say you don't like it. Man up. Had a difficult conversation. Listen, I've been a nigga who avoided a difficult conversation before. It never works out nicely. You understand what I'm saying? You avoid the you avoid the conversation and you just go ahead and do you. I don't know. There's probably no such thing as a good breakup. I mean, even the good ones hurt. Like I've had a couple of good ones that hurt. Like it just seemed everybody knew it was the right thing to do, but it still hurt. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you could just bounce, B. Like yo, I'm not with all that. You know, y'all gonna have an argument and then y'all gonna break up. That's what's gonna happen. And whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where you go from there, but I know online ain't where I would go. You understand what I'm saying? But I mean, I guess if your whole relationship is public, then I guess you gotta release a statement, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I ain't really with all that. You know what I'm saying? Cameron said, you got Cameron and Mace. They took the approach and I can't even hate on them because it is what it is. Like the battle of the sexes is real, and people argue, and we can avoid we can avoid the real truth that we need each other all we want. Niggas keep avoiding that truth, but in the fact that we need each other, it's like, yo, bro, we gotta understand each other, right? We understand. I believe that we understand, or we've been taught, or we've been told what our whole lives, what we're supposed to be doing for a woman, what matters to a woman. Like, what I'm saying, somebody give us games, either through the media, our parents, our one parent and all of that. Somebody told us how we were supposed to. Now, whether we did that or not, you know what I'm saying, that's a different story. But it's programmed into us, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, I feel like a lot of women are looking for a man that don't exist. There, I said it. There, I said it. They're looking for men that don't exist. You know what I'm saying? And, men who don't care about, the body count has been all over, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, there are some dudes that don't care about body count. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I fit into that category. I don't really care about your body count, but if it's 100 and somehow I know, that's why I'm not gonna ask you. You know what I'm saying? Because what if you tell me it's 200, and a few of them niggas? I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. I can't honestly say I know how I'm gonna if I'm gonna just be like, cool. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? But as much as we can all say that it shouldn't be an issue, or some of us can say that it shouldn't be an issue, but the truth of the matter is it is an issue for many. There's a saying, I don't know who invented it, but the person who put it on my radar was my bro Doc Holliday. He was like, yo, you could deal with the world the way it is, or you could deal with the world the way you want it to be. You know what I mean? You could fight for it. You could fight for the change, but you still got to live in what it is. You know what I mean? And yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, Cam and them is like, yo, B, what they say? Let me see. These niggas cackling.
I seen some shit we talking about Meg Thee Stallion yesterday. Niggas gonna say hate him. Everybody, they just don't want to hear it. What they don't want to hear? No, he's talking about Klay. Niggas be like, yo, Klay Thompson fumbled Meg Thee Stallion, and then we gotta sit here and be careful with our words so that niggas don't feel threatened. You rap about being a hoe. Mad rappers fucked you, and then Klay Thompson fumbled. But we gotta be politically correct. The status say, no, I don't think so. She's doing
Status important.
I don't want to get all the way into it, but I'm saying that's how most of the men feel. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like, yo, you could have just bounced. Like, look, we can't do this. I don't know what you thought I was, but I ain't that. You know what I'm saying? And you could exit stage left. Don't violate the agreement. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what too though? And this is just me, right? For me, I don't know. This may be a jewel. This may be dumpster juice to you, right? But for me, like I said, everybody gets lied to, B. Like, and niggas get cheated on every day. The niggas get shot every day, B. But no, what I'm saying is this, right? For me, lying ain't necessarily a deal breaker. And here's why. And I know everybody, that's their whole, that's it. You know, not everybody, but a lot of people say that that's a deal breaker. And I think a lot of those people are actually lying too. But what I'm saying is this. The reason that, for me, most people, not all people, right? Most people, most decent people, I mean, like everybody lie. If you wasn't meant to lie, you wouldn't have the ability to. You understand what I'm saying? You wasn't meant to fly. You need a plane to do that, right? You understand? You need some extra utensils to do that, right? You able to, for a reason. You are afforded that gift, that skill, that ability for a reason, right? Some people just abuse it. When decent people lie, they're usually lying for one of two reasons. Either they're afraid for themselves, either physically or emotionally, or they're afraid for you, either physically or emotionally. Most of the times emotionally. They don't want to upset you, hurt your feelings, or whatever. And it's one or the other. Most of the time, with decent people. Now, you got some people who are pathological liars and they just lie for breakfast, for practice, you understand what I'm saying? That's something different, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, just how much stuff? Yeah, I got I got a dog. I got a frog, a dog with a solid gold bone, and you got none of that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, salute to Special Ed. That wasn't a shot at my boy. But yeah, like, I look at it like that. So, you know, once I get to the root of it, because I have a certain amount of understanding about like mental health and neurodivergence and just the understanding of human emotions and all of that. So, you know, ain't none of you niggas gonna sit here and tell me y'all never lied to somebody you love. Niggas done lied to their moms and all that. Yesterday. So, I'm just saying, I'm fed up with y'all because this shit is everyday shit and y'all out here starting revolutions over it. Got me talking about some relationship shit. Somebody said, who? Crumbs, what it look like, bro? Nigga said, you start to lie at the age of 1. Did you eat the cookie? No. Good point. And pause. Heterosexual pause. But yeah, I'm just saying, y'all on my nerves. And some of the shit y'all doing online is unhealthy. You understand? Like, we need each other. And y'all, every chance y'all love to drive a wedge between us. That's your favorite thing to do. Favorite thing to do. You don't like it. I'm about to be out. You made it into this video. Let me get 4 hearts. Yeah. Nah. Give me 4 microphones. Rock on, rock on.